What's going on, everybody? This is Austin Carter here with Origin Story Athletics, and today I'm bringing you episode 3 of the OSA journey of being an athlete again. With this series, these first couple weeks, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's very similar. Just the rep count might be changing. I'm going to be obviously trying to add weight. So a big thing that I want you to pay attention to in this series is obviously my dynamic warm-up's always the same. That's why I don't record it. You can find that in one of my other videos on the YouTube page. With that, I always try to show some type of movement, whether it's a static stretch or more of a dynamic warm-up, specifically hitting that a specific muscle, whether it's an upper body day or lower body day, something specific to get my body warmed up before going into the main lift or the power movement for the day. And with that, my last note is that I obviously train at my house or I train at the gym, which is both private, whether I might be lifting with somebody, in a couple episodes or whatever, but I always am going to barefoot train, especially for athletes. If you have the space, that's the big thing. If your environment allows you to barefoot train, I highly recommend it. As athletes, it starts with the foundation, which is the feet and the ankles, which is everything you just go up, connecting to the knees, up to the hips. That all, you just want to have a strong foundation, and so I highly recommend barefoot training. That's it for the intro. Let's dive right into episode 3. So I just hopped right into pogo jumps, 2x10 for linear, getting vertical. I then went into a lateral pogo, again, 2x10. I went 5 each direction on this one. And again, same as last week, some line hops. You've got your linear 2x10 for 10 seconds, and then you've got lateral as well, which is going to be 2 rounds for 10 seconds. Just trying to get the body warmed up, go into more of the better movements, went into skater jumps here, alternating between each leg, a little bit of a single leg, activating the ankles, stabilizing within the knee, pushing off lateral. This is great, especially for your athletes who have to move lateral in quick transitions. Just try to stabilize, break down, catch yourself. Then went into some squat jumps. This is also 2 rounds, 10 jumps. I'm in my basement, trying to hit my head on the flooring, not the beams there. Trying to hit my head on the flooring, get as high as I can. Want to have a target, a goal, and aim for that target or goal. So before I got into my main lift of bench press today, I did a little bit of internal and external rotation. I did 2 rounds of 5 reps each side. And you can see my other hand that's not holding the weight. I just put it on my the pec that's getting work to stabilize that shoulder, to make sure I'm getting that internal and external rotation. It's a great exercise before bench. So same as last week, you got your bench press. This week was 3x8. I went 3x8 for 165. Getting a little stronger already. A lot of that muscle memory. Gonna do a superset here with band pull-aparts. This is gonna be 3x15. Just trying to spread the chest, get that pump going. Then I went into incline dumbbell bench. That neutral grip is really what we want. I try to keep the dumbbells together, and this is 3x12. Got 40s here. Here in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna have to be. My dumbbells go up to 50. The next couple weeks, I'm gonna have to be trying to get some bigger dumbbells because 50s are gonna be easy. Then went into some rows. I really focused on my form here. I'd like the weight to go up. This is 3x12, so by the 10th to 12th rep, I'm fatiguing very quickly. Just went from a push exercise, now this is our pull exercise. Then I'm going into a overhead shoulder press, barbell. I was able to complete all 3 rounds of 12 reps here with the 75 pounds. Last week, I actually had to go down because I was so fatigued, but that's that first week. And now already bouncing back to the second week, I'm already able to finish the weight. And now the goal is just to keep pushing the weight and getting stronger. To finish the upper body, I did a superset of single arm tricep extension for 3x12 each arm. And this is going to be supersetted with that dumbbell hammer curl, which will also be 3x12. Trying to get that pump. And what's nice is after you get this arm pump, you're going to go into, I went into 2 rounds of planks for 60-second holds. Arms are fatigued, tired, ready to go. Planks felt nice. So hopping into day 2, went through the dynamic warm-up. Then I wanted to do a little bit more specific, warming up the hips. These are called pigeon stretch, so trying to keep those elbows in front of my shin for a 10-second hold, 3 each side, 3 rounds each side, and then I try to rotate to the other hip without using my hands, so you'll see my hands come up, really trying to move those hips, only using the hips. And this is a great exercise right before going into your power movement or your power movement or your big lift. Before I went in there, I hit one more exercise. I call them hip ups. All it is a 10-pound kettlebell on my foot. I'm going to hold it for 5 seconds in each position. So knee up here, 5 seconds, out to the side for 5 seconds, back to that normal position, out for 5, finish at the top. I did 3 each leg. It's 20 seconds of work, so 5, 5, 5, and 5. Finish, switch legs, 3 each leg for a 20-second hold total of each leg, each round. It's going to activate some core here too, which is great. Went into a little bit more of a power movement, trying to work on that speed, switching my legs as fast as I can. That's at 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 switch, 2 switch, 3 switch, 4 switch. Wall drill, love it. Warms up the hips, gets that knee drive going. Then went into the main lift. Got a little bit of hex bar deadlift here. This is going to be 3x8 for 235. So I already added some weight from compared to last week. It's going to be supersetted with the monster band walks. I just grabbed a big band, made a loop, put it around the knees, going forward and back for 3x10. This is supersetted with the hex bar deadlift. You will be fatigued. Then went into the first accessory lift, 3x12 or 3x10, sorry, of dumbbell step-ups. I find it's better to just do the same leg then switch, where when you start alternating, it becomes a little bit more challenging and your grip goes out much quicker because of the more movement from switching each leg or alternating from each leg. The next accessory went into some banded hamstring curls. Just banded it or tied it around the bar there. Curl the heels, trying to get it as far as I can towards the butt, and that's 3x12. Here, I grabbed the same dumbbells that I did with the step ups. Did some dumbbell calf raises, just holding the dumbbells here for 3x12, trying to give a pause at the top, get those ankles firing. I'd like to start pushing the weight a little bit more, maybe start going barbell and having the weight on my back so I can get some more weight. Then went into some side planks. This is going to be 2 rounds, 30-second holds. Next is day 3. So this is an upper body primary movement. I wanted to get moving. These are just Ys, call them Ys. Just grab 2 plates. They're about 5 pounds each. Just trying to warm up the shoulders before I go into my main lift. Then one other movement I did before going into the main lift today was I did an isometric bench press. So I just took the barbell, pushing it against that bench press for a 10-second hold, and that's 3 rounds. Isometrics are a great upper body exercise. Isometrics in general are really great. So hopped into bench press here. This is going to be 3 by 8 on the floor bench press, 155. And this is going to be supersetted with face pulls. Want to keep the elbows up, aiming for my forehead. And this was 3 by 12. Then went into the first accessory of day 3. Went 3 by 12 for the dumbbell bench press. Have the pronated grip out to the side rather than when day 1 is the neutral grip. Then went into some pull-ups. Wanted to get a push-pull concept going here. Got the pull. This is 3 rounds by as many pull-ups as you can do. I got 8 here. I believe last week was 7, so I'm already making some progress. Then for the last accessory, it's 3 by 12. This is dumbbell lateral raises. Throwing the 20s around. Towards the 3rd rounds, I was getting a little fatigued. That's why I'm staying at the 20s. I don't think I can go up yet. To finish with a reverse tricep grip. So you're almost going to grab it like you're going to be curling, and then I'm just extending with the tricep to a 180 degree with my arm here. And this is going to be supersetted with a barbell curl, which will also be 3 by 12. You really want to catch yourself not trying to throw the weight. I'd like to start getting some weight on there, get some 10s, and bump it up from 45 to 65. Your arms will be fairly fatigued here, which is what we're aiming for. Then for the core, just finished with some Supermans. This is 2 rounds, 60-second holds. Here in the next couple weeks, I'd like to start holding a weight for that. So for day 4, my primary movement was getting into some assisted banded pogo jumps. Just trying to get a little higher with that band. This is 3 rounds, 10 jumps. Then main lift for the day, front squat. Love the feeling of front squat, how it activates the core. Get a little upper body action too. Trying to hold that weight. 135 was the first week. This week I did 3 by 8 for 155. And I did a superset with the band. This is a front glute bridge. I want to make sure my heel's on the ground. Trying to point those toes up. Keep the knees out, forcing that band to be activated. And that was 3 by 12 for superset. I then went into some dumbbell lunges. Stayed with the same leg before I switched. This was 3 by 10 each leg. This is the part of the workout where, I'm feeling it. Your grip, you're starting to lose your grip. And that plays a factor into this. I did not have to stop, which was really proud of that. And this was 3 by 10 each leg. Then I went into a dumbbell RDL. Really trying to get that stretch on the hamstrings and lower back. Can have a slight bend in the knees. I think here I'm bending my knees a little more than I like. I'd like to keep them just a little bit more straight, but I'm keeping that a straight spine, which is really good for this dumbbell RDL. And this was 3 by 12 as well. Then I went into the wall sits with the toe raises, trying to activate, the ankles here, strengthening the ankles, I should say. Want to take care of the body, especially with the jumping and sprinting athletes have to do. And this was 3 rounds by 20. I just finished with core for the last day of the workout. I went into a trunk rotation with the band. I'm trying to open up, but not open up the hip. I want to open up that shoulder, keeping the hips as straight as possible. This is 3 by 10 each side. Thanks for watching, guys. This is episode 3. I'll catch you in the next one.